we're gonna cook together.
You need to make some cookies.
Let's get it. All right, we are getting set up.
You live?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep. We're just getting everything set up. Yeah. All right.
The chat and everything. How about I get the laptop,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I'm going live also
Sure.
on the. So I can.
Hello, hello. Welcome to our kitchen. We are just getting ready to cook for the day. I'm so glad that you guys are able to make it this early morning. Actually, it's 9 a.m. It's not too early. It's probably 9 a.m. PST, so it's probably like 12 or a little bit later. And the East Coast, there's like 3 people. Today, we are going to be cooking up some breakfast for everybody. So, of course, it's fall. It's actually, the weather has definitely hit, and it's getting very nice and cold. So, for breakfast, you want to make some pancakes, guys?
Yeah.
We're going to make some pumpkin pancakes. Does that sound good?
No.
Why? I'm making some pumpkin pancakes. Can you guys hear me? Hopefully you can. I want to make sure that you guys can comment. So drop, I don't know, your name and where you're from in the comments, so at least I know that, okay, you can hear us. So while we are getting set up, you guys can ask us anything. Hello there, Tracy. Hi, Q4 Pilot. How's it going? So pumpkins.
Has somebody done something for this?
It's been working fine.
It's been working fine for me.
Yeah, but it's been working fine.
There's stuff written on it.
Hey there, George. Nice to have you here. Hi, Suzanne. How's it going? So we're making pumpkin pancakes. I don't care if anyone wants it or not. We're having it. Just give me an idea. You want pumpkin pancakes? Ooh, Suzanne, what kind of bread did you make? Is Perump pastured? Who is that? Is that Jessica?
What?
Because they're on our live. Hello, Jerry. How's it going? Yep, like I said, we were making breakfast today. We were also going to be making a few other things because, oh, yep, see? Pasture, or no, pastured. That is the Ruizes. Hello, Ruizes. Hello, hello. Yeah, so like I was saying, we're also going to be making some food for the rest of the day as well. We're going to be having a little bit of a Bible study at a friend's house today after breakfast. So that's going to be really, really fun. And we are actually in the middle of celebrating Sukkot, which is Feast of Trumpets, for this whole week, starting this Friday night, Friday evening, and then all the way through to Friday next week. or actually, it's on Shabbat, right? Saturday next week. Yeah. This year, we normally like to do like hang out in our tabernacle, or we go tabernacling, which means we kind of set up our tents in the backyard and spend the night out in our tents. But this year, well, last year, our tent broke, so we aren't able to celebrate it fully. Like we don't have a tent to dwell in this year, but you know, it is what it is. It happens. I would love to know if any one of you also celebrate the Feast of the Feasts of the Bible, the Feast of Tabernacles this year. And for those of you who are asking, we're not Jewish, but we do observe all the feasts of the Bible, like Pesach, which is Passover. We've got Pentecost, Feast of Trumpets, Feast of Tabernacles every single year. Are you on the comments? Can you read them? So in here, I'm just using some pumpkin puree, just 1 can of it. We're going to sweeten it up and make some pancakes. Would you possibly wear this?
Yeah, sorry. Just trying to get this laptop set up.
Let's see.
Yeah, so I'll answer the questions and whatnot.
Pumpkin pancakes. So you've never had any pumpkin pancakes. Very interesting. We've made pumpkin like cakes and things before. It's basically the same concept. We're going to make a cake batter and we're just going to mix it up and cook it on a pan. I need a whisk. Yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today.
Yeah, pumpkin bread actually sounds like it'd be good too.
That is very good. I'm going to do a little bit of coconut sugar. So we like to use coconut sugar because the white sugar is more refined. This is a good replacement for any refined sugar. I'll do maybe half a cup. Perfect. Also, if you have any questions, Trey is over here on the side reading all the comments. He'll probably join us later. All right, so I like to use apple cider vinegar for rise. So I'll do apple cider vinegar and baking soda. Whenever you make an apple cider vinegar, or when you mix vinegar and baking soda, it normally just reacts and it creates a ton of bubbles. And this is what's going to help make our pancakes rise. I'm also going to add some flax eggs, or just ground flax. So I'll probably do like, I don't know, 2 tablespoons worth.
Amy says hi.
Hey there, Amy. How's it going? And yeah, so today I dragged Trey along because if you guys have any questions about anything, he's the expert.
Definitely not an expert.
You're definitely better than me in knowledge, so you're useful. Has anyone heard of Tabernacles, or the Feast of Tabernacles in the Bible, or Sukkot? We would love to know. It's not something that everyone celebrates. You know, it's probably like a very small percentage if you're not Jewish. I'd say.
I haven't, Suzanne. I don't know if you know, I've been driving back into the office for work, so
Do you want to come over here, or you
my
want?
time is even more limited than what it was before. It's quite a drive into the office, so yeah, my time is just short now.
Someone asked. I thought the Sukkot was only for men in the tradition.
Yeah, so Sukkot is that's what I was explaining to you guys, how the men are required to
Yeah.
make the pilgrimage for those three feasts. And yeah, Sukkot is
come
one
over
of
here?
those. However,
You could plug it in here too.
it times have changed, right? There's a lot that we do not do anymore, and it wasn't, from my understanding, it wasn't that it was a men only feast. It was for all generations, but it was required that men were to keep those three feasts, which is Pesach, Pentecost, as well as Tabernacles. They were required to make those three feasts, but not to say that the rest of the family couldn't, if that makes sense.
And it's interesting that you bring that up,
Yeah.
Sheena, because we were just talking about it.
Yeah.
Sheena, are you a believer, or are you Jewish? Let us know.
Do you keep the feast days, or is just something that you
Read about or
knew
interested?
about?
Mhm.
I think I might be scratching, or no, you turned it upside down. Okay.
So I just added some water and some coconut milk. I'm going to also add some spices.
What spices are you adding?
I have allspice. It smells good. Right? Because I was going to buy pumpkin pie spice, but we may as well just buy our own spices and just make it.
Right.
And then some cinnamon. Cinnamon's good for your blood. Is it blood pressure?
Blood thinning, yeah. So cinnamon has a good blood thinning effect. Yeah. So it same thing, kind of like cayenne. Cayenne also has a blood thinning effect. This is one of the things that I actually started eating a lot of when I broke my ankle. Was I started eating a lot more cinnamon and cayenne, because apparently when you break your leg and it's healing, you have a high potential of forming blood clots, and they want you to take aspirins, or I forget the exact name for them. It's like in something, but these also thin the blood, but they also reduce the time of, or increase the time of bone healing. And so
You mean cinnamon?
No, like aspirins.
Oh.
Yeah, aspirin and other things like that. So yeah, I just through research, I opted out of not using any aspirin, just because.
Yep. And then you also didn't take the pain meds, because that could also mess up a lot of stuff.
Right. Yeah, I didn't take any of the narcotics that they suggested, just because.
You didn't even take it once, huh?
No, I took it, because when
right
I
after.
was in the hospital, of course, I was on the morphine and whatever else that they were giving me.
Antibiotics.
Yeah.
All sorts
And
of
then
stuff.
I think I used it like once But after that, I stopped taking it because the effect that it has on the liver and kidneys, I really didn't want to
Yeah,
mess
so if
around
you
with that.
guys ever do have, surgeries or operations and things like that, definitely recommend doing your research. And I know it's going to be painful, right? It's part of it.
Well, it doesn't have to be painful because I ended up using RSO oil, which is Rick Simpson oil. And it's basically a really, really extremely concentrated form of THC.
And that's
And
definitely helped.
that like literally took away all pain. I didn't experience really any pain post surgery. I mean, it was like very minimal. Um, so yeah, I definitely didn't want to mess around with the narcotics because I didn't even want the chance of becoming addicted to those.
Because you have a
Yeah, because I have
personality.
a really addictive personality, like really addictive. I really go head over heels to anything that I do in my life. So yeah, I just didn't want to mess around with that. Yeah, and blood thinners, they do also cause GI bleeding, ulcers, and I do have a history of GERD and um, peptic and duodenal ulcers. So yeah, I don't mess around with anything like that.
It's bad enough already you had to do all of the antibiotics and stuff there. And that really just resets your whole gut too.
Yeah, and my stomach has never been right since the first round of antibiotics that I had take for H. pylori. Because like I said, at one point I did have duodenal and peptic ulcers, and you know, without understanding at that time, I just kind of trusted in the medical system, like most people do, and I took the round of antibiotics and the other pills that they were giving, and I thought things were getting better. I had it did stop a lot of the symptoms that I had, but my gut has just never been the same ever since. And yeah, I used to be really heavy into like kefir once when we were animal based. I used to make a lot of kefir, kombucha, sauerkraut. I mean, just like all types of fermented foods we used to eat. And it did help out, but it was just it never was the same. Yeah, the PPIs. I mean, those PPIs are probably one of the biggest factors because I mean, shutting off your stomach acid now, like I didn't, it hindsight is 50-50, right? Looking back, it was like the damage that I was causing. It like, is it really worth the treatment that is giving? It's almost like the treatment caused more damage than what the bacteria was actually causing at the time. And I know it's kind of sounds crazy to say, but shutting off your ability to produce stomach acid stops protein synthesis. And I mean, stopping that protein synthesis, and not only that, stopping your ability to neutralize any bacteria, virus, fungus, like it. I mean, it causes so much damage with those PPIs. And there's natural routes that you can go. It's actually not a very difficult process. Um, you just increase your HCI, hydrochloric acid intake. Use a herb like Cascara sagrada to start flushing your GI. And there's a entire host of antibacterial herbs that you can use to neutralize H. pylori. So, but you know, you're always wiser in hindsight, right?
So I need more water.
Yeah. What is mastic gum? Mastic gum. My 3-year-old granddaughter enjoyed watching your video yesterday of the break machines. Amy's granddaughter loves watching your videos.
Aw, how old
Yeah.
is she, Amy?
She's 3 years old.
Aw, cute. Do you ever cook with her, Amy? You should definitely, you know, try some simple recipes with her.
Oh, sorry. So let's see. My neighbor has a family, and when I walk around during this time,
Look.
You sure I don't need
that's
any more
really
flour?
cool. And it's really cool, Sheena, that you actually take the time to look it up and that you're fascinated with it. That's really where it all began for myself. Actually, is that you know, I grew up what I like to say Easter Sunday and Christmas Christian. But in my young adult life, I didn't really practice at all, and it wasn't until later in my life that I came to my understanding of the scriptures and faith, and so through learning more about the scriptures, and like I said, I'm a deep diver, so I dive deep in everything that I do, and I just got fascinated with the Hebrew culture. I got really extremely fascinated with the Hebrew culture, and that's pretty much where it all stemmed from, was just fascination, and yeah, it's a really cool culture, and it aligns biblically to me. So that's why we do what we do.
Pamela says, yay, another live. The past Sundays, the past Sundays we weren't able to do lives. We were actually at farmers market events for our Eden body care soaps. If you guys don't know, my eyes.
Right.
We very fresh.
Very fresh.
If you guys don't know, we posted a previous video announcing that we have started a vegan line of soap, and I think you guys are gonna really love it. It smells really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, those are coming very soon, actually. And
yeah, but how many weeks do they have this year?
Maybe like only 2.
Like 2 more weeks?
2, 3. Yeah,
so be on the lookout for that. We have that launching, and we're going to be doing a lot more essential oil soaps. So we're trying to increase our essential oil line.
Them. Let's see
we recently just purchased ylang ylang, cinnamon, and cedar, which are some really amazing scents.
And those are all naturally essential oils.
Thank you, Suzanne. Can't wait to see your feedback on it.
She said she started her shopping bag and everything already. All right, excuse me, baby. I gotta get some ingredients.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that, Amy. I've never heard of that.
Oops. Someone said love yelling.
Yeah,
man, that's a new favorite.
That's definitely a new favorite. I really like that scent. I've never smelled it before, so
Right.
Yeah, it's got a very nice, sweet, like floral scent to it.
What? Oh, mastic gum. Amy says it's antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial.
This is it.
Mastic gum is a supplement and can be purchased from a health food store.
Yeah, yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into that mastic gum.
Is that better? That needs to be drained. I'm going to make some pasta with ricotta. Oh, man.
Ma, your water.
No, that's not ready, Ariel.
Ma.
What?
I turned it off.
Jeez. Thank you very much. My water.
Ma, don't waste that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the earthy smells.
Yeah, like patchouli. and stuff? Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a sucker for patchouli, lemongrass, like really any of those, like really like nice. And lemongrass isn't really earthy, but that patchouli is definitely,
Yeah, that patchouli
yeah.
and the cedarwood.
That cedarwood,
Really, really
yeah,
nice.
that's gonna make a nice scent.
Pine even is nice.
Yeah,
Like orange and clove. Clove is good too.
yeah, absolutely.
Do you ever diffuse essential oils? We would love to know. Trey is big on diffusing essential oils.
Yeah, I'm really huge on diffusing. Everybody that walks into my office is like, wow, it smells so good in here.
Oh, yeah? That's cool. So Israel in the background is helping me with the pancakes while I'm working on a pasta sauce because we're going to bring some food to our little Bible study.
Oh wow, that sounds like it'd be really nice.
What?
A clove flavored lip balm.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
It could help with the cold sores too.
Right.
Good idea.
Yeah, you should. Once Rosa brings out her lip balms again, Suzanne, you should try one. These are like everlasting lip balms. One lady reported she had hers for 6 months.
A lot of people say it lasts forever.
Yeah, it lasts forever.
And they're really, really good quality.
Hi, cooking and traveling with Angela, or Angela.
We're gonna put that in a blender, okay, Grace? That's okay. You don't need to wash it.
So how are they coming out?
So the first batch was kind of thick, so we watered it down. Israel's doing the second batch, and it looks much better. You want to show them, Israel?
How do they taste?
Have you tasted it? Good. Has everyone done chores and things? You need a blender for that, huh? Here. Here.
That's cool. You make your own oil blends.
What do you use the oil blends for? Who's that?
For his massaging Marky.
Ah.
Yeah. Pretty much all of our soaps are custom blends by Rosa.
Yeah, like even the kids. So the kids also help out a lot in the soap, combining all of the scents and things.
Scent blending. Yeah.
And it's good to teach them now, so they have an awareness of what's good. Teach them to get creative.
Yeah.
So whenever you purchase from Eden Body Care, it's also the kids that help out too. It's not just me. I do just like in cooking, I like to teach them, and they want to help as well. So, of course, we're gonna incorporate them.
Terry, no, we don't celebrate Christmas. We celebrate Hanukkah, and so yeah, we don't really celebrate any of the traditional holidays. All of the holidays that we celebrate are all biblical.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the oil.
The oil.
So I'm gonna assume
Okay,
that
so
you're
don't
a
put any.
massage therapist, Marky,
Usually,
or do you just
when we put the
blend
oil
your
on,
oils for your own
there's veggies
massages?
bad.
Okay.
And then when the oil's all cooked off, it's good.
Maybe that's just that. Yeah. You were looking into becoming a massage therapist.
Yeah, at one point I was looking into becoming a massage therapist in my younger years before I got into IT.
You know Maggie, who gifted us the van? She's
Yeah.
also a massage therapist.
Oh, really?
And she's like a midwife too.
Huh.
But yeah, she just opened up. Pretty cool.
Mom,
So go ahead.
Suzanne asked what you're making.
Do you want to answer questions? Yeah. Okay. Come. You can go to the laptop.
You need to answer questions too if they have any questions.
Well, she can read.
Okay.
I'm about to have my breakfast.
Okay. So right now, Suzanne, we're making a pasta sauce. I just got some mirepoix, onions, carrots, and celery in olive oil in the background. Israel is making pancakes. We are actually going to have a little Bible. What is it? A Bible
It's
study.
more like an IT session.
More
but
like an
we're just-
We're going
tell
over
the-
a friend's
Tell
house.
the whole story. So one of the kids, we have a friend that is very knowledgeable in scripture, and he's also observes the feast days the way we do. And so a while ago we learned how we could through deductive reasoning extrapolate roughly when Jesus was born. And so
Right.
one of the kids across the street said he was reading his Bible, and he had asked one of our kids, was Jesus born on Christmas?
Yep.
And so we don't believe that he was born on Christmas. That's just a day that we have assigned to celebrate his birthday on. It's just a common date that we've come across. And so, of course, the kids told him no. But I wanted to give him more detail on why. And I couldn't remember the extrapolation that we came to on why Jesus was more than likely born around Tabernacles than he would have been,
which is in the fall time.
In Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
And so it had something to do with like John was born at a certain time, and I think Jesus was born 6 months later after that. And so you can kind of see roughly when he was born. I don't want to misquote it, but essentially just through deductive reasoning and matching dates, you could kind of get a good guesstimate on the time frame that he was born at. And so, yeah.
It is for myself, and my partner. She loves them. That's the other question that you asked me.
Right.
Oil.
Yeah, so that's part of the reason why we're going over there, and she's cooking so much extra right now because we're gonna go hang out. And
I had heard probably the most. accurate
Hmm.
estimate would be April.
Yeah, why is that?
See what I know. I need to
Yeah.
listen to the Bible
It's
study.
because there's not enough flour.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. That it was more or less around September Tabernacles time. Just that's what I do remember specifically. And I mean, if you then extrapolate a little bit more, um, you know, his essentially his first coming was around that time, and so his second time coming would also be coming around that time. When he's coming, he's going to be blowing a trumpet, which is around that time, the blowing of trumpets. We're supposed to be tabernacling outside. So there should be no reason for us not to see or miss the second coming, or the same way, likewise, they wouldn't have missed the first coming because they were tabernacling outside.
Alexa?
There's a lot of little indicators that could suggest that it was more or less around the fall feast. Like the fall prophecies still haven't been fulfilled. So yeah, just through deductive reasoning, that's what I was taught, and that it makes the most sense to me.
Someone said, I always heard that he was probably born in September.
Right, which would be around the fall feast.
Yeah. I'm definitely a patchouli girl.
But do
Yeah,
they
I love
taste good?
patchouli so much. Probably one of my favorite scents. Like patchouli, lemongrass,
Maybe turn it down.
they're both really up there.
Sorry. I'm opening my can. It's loud.
Are all the soaps effective?
What does it say, Grace?
Sound it out.
Are all the soaps effective at
You want to help her out, Israel?
Which one? Are all the soaps effective at Megan? I do not know what
So
Managing.
What do you think it spelled it?
yeah, maybe typo, but so I can attest for the new vegan soaps, but I can attest for our classic and oatmeal honey, just through
Can I have another one of these,
you
Grace,
know
please? Go.
through our own experience, through all the testimonies that we've had from our website, and through all the testimonials throughout the internet. And there is a little bit of scientific information out there. There's not huge case studies on it, but there are some case studies like showing that it does manage eczema better. But absolutely can attest for the goat milk, oatmeal honey, and the goat milk classic bar of soap can definitely help in managing eczema.
That's how we started with, so our oldest son, Emmanuel, he has really bad eczema when he was growing up. I did talk a little bit about it when I released that video on our vegan soaps, but basically when he was a baby, he had eczema issues, and the doctors would always just prescribe him creams and
Eczema creams,
yeah,
lotions.
didn't work. He still grew up having it. It was just part of our lives, really. And then we switched to making our own goat milk soaps, and that was the only thing that took it away. So that's how the business was born, because we It really does some amazing things for your skin. Trey has very, very sensitive skin. Like he can tell if something is not good or something is good and something is working.
Yeah,
He
I
could
mean,
literally see it on his skin.
if I put any fragrance oil type soap on my skin, my skin just like it dries up immediately, and I get like this burning, itching kind of feeling on my skin. So it's really sensitive. And the only thing that I can use are essential oils or
Unscented.
unscented soaps. And so for a while, I didn't even use essential oil. I literally just used oatmeal honey. But over time, I had started working in more essential oils, and yeah, I don't have any problems at all with sensitive skin. Until this day, I can tell the difference. Even to be completely honest,
Bye, Jackie. Have a great day.
even the plant-based soap that we've made, it doesn't match the I guess like the I don't want to say quality, but my skin, I can tell the difference between the two soaps without a shadow of a doubt. Just the hydration level between the two, between the goat milk and the plant based, is just nothing really rivals that goat milk soap. It really is an amazing product.
Someone said that the Forever Bombs may not be a good
What?
model.
No
The
what?
Forever Bombs. Sheena said Forever Bombs might not be a good business model.
Right. Yeah. No.
A good.
No, it says might not. Because look, she corrected it.
Yeah. No.
I'm going to add some flour. Just add some flour and some water.
It's definitely not a good business model, but in terms of profitability, but if
Bet.
if everything's only done for profit, we end up in the state that we're in, where everything is just so disposable and quality is just not. It's not a determining factor anymore. And so we believe in the utmost quality at the most affordable price. So like as everybody right now is jacking up their prices of soap and products because of inflation, we will never increase our prices because
Whisk that.
we don't believe in,
It's delicious though.
as long as we're profitable and we can maintain the company, then and we're supplying something that's helping, that's the most important. And so when founding the company, we always wanted to keep the idea of like the most highest quality product at the most affordable price, because even people that can't afford these luxury products should be able to afford something of luxury, and luxury shouldn't only be obtainable for the rich and famous.
Weather time, because the sheep were in the barn. So when Mary was able to use the barn for birth, the sheep were out in the field sleeping since it's warm.
Right. That yeah. So that's using deductive reasoning, because how I told you, the Hebrews were agriculturalists, right? So they were herders, they were farmers, they managed orchards. So once it's cold, the sheep would go into, or the goats, the livestock need to go into somewhere warm. Not depending on the climate, of course, because sometimes it's not cold enough for them to have to go into the barn even through the winter time. Like our winters are pretty mild, but in most cases, yes, they're going to go inside, because we know that they had mangers and it was essentially like a cave where the animals would go inside of. And so yeah, they were able to go inside of that area.
Oh.
So how's it coming out?
The pancakes were a little bit of a fail, but it tastes good though. You're here. Look.
I wish I did not have to go, but I do love you guys.
Bye, Suzanne.
Bye, Suzanne.
Suzanne.
We always appreciate you being here, so
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Have a great day.
Let's see. Did we miss anything?
I don't think so.
Suzanne have a great day.
So, Grace, I need you to make the ricotta. So we are going to make, thank you, Suzanne. Aww. We appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, Amy.
So that's how they come out, huh?
Yeah. I think
How's it
the
taste?
flour tastes good.
So what do you think happened?
The flour ratio is not
Love
right.
you guys.
We love you too, Suzanne. Thank you so much.
Bye, Miss Suzanne.
I'm going to make, so for lunch, babe, do you want a salad or do you want something else? Yeah. I'm about to make a stuffed cauliflower pepper for you, maybe?
Sure. Man, some of that came wild.
Yeah, we didn't soak anything yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to make a ricotta mixture.
So what are you making? A
Stuffed peppers with some cauliflower for you. And then I'm making a red sauce in the background. That's going to be for the pasta. And I'm going to make a ricotta. That's going to be a creamy sauce. If you guys have not tried
It's fine, just leave it alone.
Ricotta made out of tofu, I highly suggest it. It's so easy. So Grace, can you grab the blender really quick?
So how do you make it?
So we're going to blend up 2 blocks of tofu. You could use silken tofu. You could use extra firm. Ow, I almost cut myself. And then we're going to add a little bit of apple cider vinegar for some tang. So come, Grace, we need that black thingamabob.
The blender.
Yes. And then Israel, are you done with the pancakes? Correct. And then we're going to make our spinach mix as well. Do we have spinach? Yeah. All right, so this is our ricotta mix. We've got 2 blocks of tofu in here. We're going to add some salt, some onion powder. We're also going to, on the side, we're going to chop up some onions and garlic. We're going to saute that, and then we will put some spinach and then mix it with our tofu. Very, very simple. Is that better? Okay, so we've got salt, apple cider vinegar. Yeah, but we're going to use it as a creamy mix for our pasta. Okay, Grace. Oh, nutritional yeast as well.
So what are you doing with that ricotta?
We're going to layer it in our pasta bake.
In a pasta bake?
Mm-hmm. I've been using a lot of thyme lately also, which is good for...
So why have you been using thyme?
Because it's good for your body parts. It's good for your thymus gland, which is right on top of your heart, actually. And what does it do, babe?
What? No, you tell me.
I don't know what it does anymore.
You guys learned about it.
I forgot about that.
So what does the thymus gland do, Grace? You remember?
the thymus gland on top of your heart.
Your thymus gland.
Yeah, but
You
what does
only
it
have
do?
one thymus gland. What does it do?
It teaches your white blood cells.
What does it teach them?
To fight off
Better,
any
see?
bad things in your body.
Right.
Good job,
Correct.
Bryce.
And why is time? What's the history of time? Why what did time used to be called, and why is time good for the thymus?
Time used to be called thyme.
Time used to be called thyme.
It's good for the thymus gland.
It's good for the thymus gland.
I don't remember what it exactly does, just I remember.
No, right now. You got to do it yourself.
It helps to strengthen the thymus gland. Because over time, as we age, the thymus gland, it shrinks, right? And so to help to stop or slow that shrinkage, time or thyme can be used to help strengthen it, to stop that or slow that shrinkage.
And didn't he say most people don't really know about the glands and all? Like the doctors really don't pay attention to your glands.
Yeah, I mean there are doctors, endocrinologists that focus more on the endocrine glands, but yeah, it's not a lot of people look into the glandular system throughout the body and the importance of all of them. The thymus being extremely important.
Yeah, because that's like your immunity, huh?
That's your defense system.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're eating a bunch of toxic stuff also, and that's not working, then you're going to have an abundance of toxins.
Well, essentially, you would have an abundance of parasites, bacteria, fungus. Yeah, heavy metals, toxins as well, because the white blood cells are trained inside the thymus. And if the thymus isn't training the white blood cells properly, the white blood cells can't mark, the foreign invaders or foreign bacteria, foreign fungus, foreign whatever inside of the body. And even that's essentially where autoimmune disease starts, is because the thymus isn't training the white blood cells properly, and the white blood cells begin attacking the human cells, and that's what is quote unquote called autoimmune. Essentially because they don't know how else to describe it.
That's why I love Zatar. That thyme is also antifungal,
Right.
and
antibacterial.
So great for your body.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, and it's actually the thymol. So thymol is the active compound inside of thyme, that has those properties in it. And you can actually find thymol also in oregano. That's why oregano is also really good for immunity. And I believe tea tree also has a little bit of it, but it's not as prevalent as it is in thyme and oregano.
So strong.
So let me just give you an update. Pumpkin pancakes. First batch was kind of a fail, as you can see. Not enough flour, I think. We just kind of, popped it in, of course. And then we made like a few of them. It took way too long to cook, so it's a little bit burnt. So that's why we're gonna try a different batch. Israel is
So what did you do different on this different batch?
just added more flour because I think so. The pumpkin puree is too liquidy.
Too
Yeah,
liquidy.
so we would just need to add a little bit more flour. Just the ratio, but the taste really does taste good.
So the flavor is there.
Mhm.
You just have to figure out the consistency.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Israel, pancakes are almost done. Yes.
Grapes sound so crunchy.
You can hear them. They are really crunchy. You're very crisp and good.
I'm going to taste it. That's how I like my grapes. I don't like them soft.
The red ones are soft.
The red ones are delicious.
All right, Grace, can you help me with that, please? Just start putting that in. So we've got our, let me see. We're just gonna put it on here. I think you could see that.
Just turn it around. Turn it around facing you.
This?
Mhm.
Oh. Okay. And then, yep, so all you have to do is just blend it. Mercy, come pick this up, please. So we have all of our stuff in here. We are going to blend it up. Nope.
So what's za'atar? I've never heard of za'atar before.
It's a here, I have it actually. It's right there.
Oh, it's another herb.
It's a mixture, right? No, left. I mean, right? Yeah.
This
Is
one.
it that green stuff that you
Oh, za'atar is a blend.
It has thyme in it too.
Oh, interesting.
At first I thought za'atar was a dish.
I thought za'atar was an herb.
Yeah, it's a
But
Middle Eastern.
It's okay. That makes sense.
I feel like Middle Eastern people eat a lot of good herbs.
Yes.
When you put this on, shock this on metal and then touch the metal, it shocks you.
Mercy, can you finish the rest of the pancakes, please?
Mom, you got to blend it.
Okay. Sumac. That's a little loud.
It is very loud.
Usually I see you put water.
No, not for this one. Amy, are you Middle Eastern or do you just like to use the Middle Eastern za'atar and things like that? We would love to know. And what do you use it in? Because I really don't know what to use it in. I just kind of put it in stuff. I purchased it one time, but it's like kind of, I don't know what I'm doing. So I should probably look it up and see what recipes use za'atar for. But yeah, we would love to know what you use it in.
Miss AD said, yes, za'atar is thyme. It's thyme and some, I don't know what that's.
Where? Sumac and sesame seeds. Mm-hmm. Okay. Pasta is ready.
Are you sure you don't put any water in this?
Nope.
I feel like I've seen her put water.
Well, you can, but it's not. We don't need it.
It's 10.
It's 10?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna finish this and we're good to go.
You know what?
What are you doing?
I'm just showing. So I've got my pasta here. We are
I can't
doing.
see it.
Yeah, you can. It's right there. See?
Oh.
I've got rigatoni and mana. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a smooth version of penne. And we're going to bake this with our ricotta cheese, our tomato sauce, and then it's going to be a really easy, simple lunch for everybody to enjoy.
How come you don't put the tomato sauce in here to loosen it up?
We can. I'm going to mix it all together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Since it's all going to be mixed together, you could put the tomato sauce in there to loosen.
Okay.
So this isn't so hard to blend.
All right. So, how much do we add, baby?
Just enough to loosen it up.
This may actually be a good thing. A good new creation right there. Okay, go. You got enough? Maybe stir it a little bit more.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough.
You don't think so?
No, I know so.
Oh, so she puts it on roasted vegetables.
American but love Middle East food. It's great with
Aw,
hummus
thank
and
you,
love,
Pamela.
and with olive oil. Olive oil on bread also can be put in rice and bread like from you.
Oh.
Wow. The plum tree's coming back. Not the mama's plum tree.
Oh, really?
Well, sapling is coming back.
A sapling's coming up? Good.
Hold this. Hold this.
Huh?
A new one's coming up.
Hold
Good.
this.
So next year it'll come back.
No. No, hold it.
Is that helping? Is that helping? Not to read the Bibles, but just to talk.
Mama,
Yes? Yes?
you said we're just going to be reading the Bible.
No, we're not. We're just going to be talking.
Okay, that's good.
That helps.
What are you guys making?
We're making some pasta for going over to the baskets. I'm also going to be making some stuffed.
Yeah, off that.
You landed it?
Yeah, we recorded it in slow-mo.
Just give me.
Wait, can I see? Uncle did it. And
You
he
have it
said
on your
I
phone?
could do that.
You could?
Do you have it on your phone?
It's on Ma's phone, yeah.
I saw him do that. He was trying to tell me to do it. I could.
Okay, so
You can do it
ricotta. Where's the camera? I forgot I moved you. So ricotta is done. Tomato sauce is done. Pancakes are still in the works right here for breakfast for everybody. So if anyone is hungry, come eat some, please. And then we need a baking tray. And once we are done, we are good to go. And we're
So are you going to put that ricotta together on the video?
yeah.
Whoa.
I'm not gonna get you.
Yeah, Ma always does that.
No, I
Yes,
do not.
You always do.
I just saw my neck get sliced off.
No,
Yeah,
it's
but
not gonna
it's always
happen.
so close. She always does it.
No, I do
If we're
not.
hungry, get a pancake.
Yeah. I forgot I needed to do one more thing, which is the onions and spinach mixture.
That's what, Mama.
But that's gonna take really, really quick.
That's what, Mama. You going to us that thing.
No,
Yes, you do,
never.
Mama.
Caught.
Never. No, I do not.
Orange twins.
Nope.
Huh?
Someone said orange twins.
Who's orange twins?
Hi, Tony.
I'm not.
Tony says hi, babe.
Hey there, Tony. How's it going? Good to have you here. We're almost done making food for the day, kind of, because we still have a few more things, but I'm not gonna show everything because we don't have that much time.
I'm doing the.
What else are you making?
Your lunch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just have roasted vegetables and hemp.
Pepper sauce.
Yeah, it'd be a lot easier.
She already had your bell pepper cut.
Yeah.
All right, Mercy, come and grab me. I'm gonna
I don't know.
we need that spinach. So I'm putting some spinach and some onions and garlic on in my pan.
Oh, that's the name. Yeah, that's the name. What's that? The spinach is going inside of the rigatoni. What's it called? Rigatoni? Rigatoni?
The pasta bake.
Pasta bake?
Yes. And then Grace, can you just grab a pan, please? So Israel's no longer doing pancakes, but Mercy is helping with pancakes. I'm going to show you a close up. Let's see. Mercy is our pro chef. No, it's okay.
Hey, how come the video doesn't look as good on the live?
On the what?
Live.
I think it's the camera. So Mercy's working on pumpkin pancakes. I'm working on my spinach. See if you could, is it better? See, look, the quality of it. It's much better now because it's the front-facing camera.
Oh, the front-facing camera.
Yeah.
So how come you don't do the live on that one?
I should now because now we have the laptop. Because really, I just was trying to read comments.
Got it. Got it, coach.
Good job,
Got it.
Mercy. You are a team player.
Yep. Israel abandoned us.
Right.
As if we don't have stuff to do.
Right.
He just walked off. Did everyone do chores and stuff all done? Huh? No, you didn't. Clean up a little bit. A lot of splatter. What is that for? Vegetables? Okay, put a parchment on it. Isaiah, can you please strain this? Grace, here, strain this pasta for me, please. Here, strain that. Grace, strain that with your brother. The pasta. Once this spinach is done, we're going to put it into our ricotta mixture. And it, oh man, this combination really is delicious.
What is it?
It's the onions and garlic and just chopped spinach, frozen spinach.
Oh.
And then you put it into our ricotta mixture, or you could just put it in tofu. It's really delicious. Oh, look, you need to flip it.
Tofu and spinach is good.
It is, right?
Yes.
Right. Grace, did you strain it?
I'm doing the parchment.
Okay, here, I'll do it.
Not the sauce.
Isaiah, hold that, please. Ready? Sorry, Isaiah. Hold it. Hold it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Hold it. Okay. Let me
Help me flip this, Mama.
scrape it.
Look.
All right.
Yay, can I wait? Yeah, can I wait to get the supplies to make that from your
That's a lot of
for
pasta.
the other day. Like I said never made tofu ricotta, but I really going to soon. Yum.
Hmm?
Can you do this one? What are you
This one's
using
stuck.
for ricotta? Is it a vegetable cheese or a veggie substitute?
Nope. So we're just making it out of tofu, really, because if you think about it, ricotta is really just, it's kind of like it's cheese, but it's in a form of like softened cream cheese almost. So whatever that resembles that texture, which I feel like tofu does. That's what we use. It's not a vegan substitute. It's just tofu. We blended it up with some seasonings. You
a little
can
bit
add.
of tomato sauce.
Oh yeah, then we added a little bit of tomato sauce, and then we added a little bit of apple cider vinegar as well for some tang. You could use lemon juice, and we are going to.
Nutritional yeast.
Oh yeah, and nutritional yeast for some cheesiness, umami-ness. Okay, Mercy, these are burning.
Yeah, because ricotta is just a soft cheese.
Yep.
It's like mozzarella. It's just a soft cheese.
Melted.
Not melted. It's just a soft cheese because you can make cheese in different shapes, different forms, different hardness, different sharpness. It depends on how you ferment the cheese or how long it ferments even. So it gets hard because a lot of the moisture comes out of it. Whereas the mozzarella or ricotta, there's still a lot of the moisture in it. The whey is the moisture that's left in the cheese. And so you leave that whey inside of there, and it just makes the cheese softer because it's a liquid. Whey is actually lactose bacillus. And lactose bacillus is one of the largest bacterias in the universe. It's in the soil.
In the universe, huh?
Well, that we know of. One of the largest bacteria, and so it's used in agriculture, in more permaculture, not agriculture, but permaculture. It acts as like the police in the soil. So if you're having like any type of infection, like you have fungal infection, bacterial infection, or overgrowth, you can use lactose bacillus, which will put all of this into balance. And so
a baking sheet and cover.
Lactose bacillus is, you'll find lactose bacillus in a lot of probiotics. There's a lot of different strains of lactose bacillus, but lactose bacillus is the family of a very large bacteria. And so that's in mozzarella and ricotta. And so you can say, mozzarella and ricotta it's good for your bacteria, your gut microbiome.
Tony says, interesting. I tried tofu and I could not eat it. I have a texture thing with food. I'm trying to be an adult and eat mushrooms, but I can't do it. I just bought some and going to really try this week. So what don't you like about mushrooms, or
oh my goodness.
What don't you like about the texture of tofu, Tony?
Right.
Because it's really just, I know
the
it's
texture
soft.
of mushrooms. I get the texture of tofu. It's so like soft and mushy. But I guess also it would be determined by how you cook it. Like especially mushrooms. Like I get it, the texture thing with mushrooms. But if you like pan roast them in the oven, they take on like a more of a crispy, crunchy kind of a texture.
Yeah.
And they're really good. I know the fried ones that you can get, like if you have fried pink oyster mushroom, it tastes kind of like a fried fish. And even the blue oyster mushrooms, it kind of has like almost kind of a
it's kind of
meaty,
similar,
kind of chickeny kind of a texture to
and it tears like it too.
It also tears like it also.
Tony, what kind of mushrooms did you buy this time? Amy says, Tony, transform it into things. What really helps is to freeze it first. Oh, you're talking about the tofu. Yes.
Yeah.
Freezing it really does create a different texture, and it's meatier. But yeah, let us know, Tony, what don't you like about the textures? And what kind of mushrooms did you get? Grace, can you put the ricotta in here, please? And scrape it out. That's okay.
Tony was talking about tofu. Get the extra form and freeze it.
Yeah, I really love myself frozen tofu, and then you defrost it, and it makes it really nice.
This stuff.
Oh, baby Bellas. Yeah, you should
Oh,
if you
yeah.
can, yeah, if you can, try to find like some oyster mushrooms. If you have a local farmers market, um, yeah, they typically oyster mushrooms are always at a farmers market. You could even try lion's mane. That has more of like a kind of that also has like kind of a seafoody. Um, Depending on the strain you get, it's like can be kind of meaty also.
Because mushrooms are really good for you. You should definitely, if you're vegan,
Yeah,
to try to
king
incorporate as
trumpets
much as
too.
possible in your diet.
Absolutely, Amy. Yeah, king trumpets are really good.
Here, Grace, scrape that out.
In fact, I actually have a black pearl king trumpet strain. Once I get the mushrooms growing again, that I really want to try and can't wait to try. I've heard a lot of good things about the black pearl king trumpet. Just my time is so unbelievably limited now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were really even talking, because our time is so limited and we have so many projects. We're thinking of just for a little bit, maybe just doing one video a week. Because right now we're doing 3 videos a week, or 2 in a live.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just depends on the situation and what we do. But yeah, in the near future, we're thinking about just doing 1 video a week.
Yeah, that's really good, Tony. And it's I don't know, a lot of people, there's a lot of reasons for veganism these days.
Excuse me, baby, hot.
Yeah, rather it's through ethical belief or health belief, but I think health, it's more of a personal journey, and I don't think there's any right or wrong way to do it, really. There's
Oh man,
a lot of talk and confusion on the internet about do something this way, do it that way, but as somebody that has I have scoured the internet, and
he's a big researcher.
yeah, I really dive deep, and I listen. I'm not biased. I listen to everybody. I think health
Mercy?
is a lot bigger than
Mix
we
this, please.
understand. Like the carnivore diet was like really blowing up, and it was this, looked like it was just going to start taking wind, kind of like the ketogenic diet kind of was.
Which I
and
actually
still
started.
is.
I tried.
Right. But then they come and find out like they were, I don't want to say doing it wrong, but essentially you can't just go pure carnivore. Like you have to have fruits and vegetables in your diet as well. And then the biggest thing with health, from what I've learned, is that you just have to make sure your food is whole.
Right.
That you're cooking
Processed food is
processed. Yeah, it should be, marginal, if not any processed food at all. Because if it's processed, more than likely it has a preservative, and if it's got a preservative, that's a toxin that's going to burden your liver and kidney, and that's just, you don't want to place any burden on your liver and kidneys, because we're already burdened enough by just the air pollutants that we have to deal with on a daily basis.
And then you also have the electro.
Yeah, and then that's not even to mention the spectrums that really aren't even discussed, which like my wife is saying, the electromagnetic frequencies that are going through the airwaves that are not toxins in a way, but disrupted to our autonomic and central nervous parasympathetic nervous system. So already, just not even including the food, we're dealing with so many disruptive things to our normal nature and our normal circadian rhythms that you just don't want to burden yourself with anything else.
EMFs,
So,
yeah.
yeah, EMS, yeah, electromagnetic frequencies. So I really think the key lies into just eating as whole and natural food as you possibly can, and reduce the meat consumption as low as possible. I personally don't believe in the carnivore diet, and I believe that
We're gonna layer the pasta.
you know, maybe for some, you know, genetics play a huge role.
We're gonna go over there.
And so,
Babe, can you scooch over here?
some people may be able to go on a prolonged carnivore diet because of the genetics that they have. But I don't think that most will be able to sustain a carnivore diet or a high animal-based diet for a long time without, you know, serious damage to your kidneys. You know, protein synthesis on the kidneys is very taxing, and so I personally believe that if you are going to consume animal products, that it should be at a minimal, more than, you know, just like the high amounts that the carnivore community does. But ultimately, only time will tell. I mean, it could turn out. I mean, we change and we evolve over time, so it could come. We could come to find out, yeah, maybe the carnivore diet is the best way to live.
Use a spoon, please.
10 years from now. I don't believe so, but I mean, it could very well happen. And honestly, if that is the most optimal way to live, and we find out through intensive research that that is the best way, I wouldn't have a problem, as long as my body can tolerate it, converting that into that, because I'm all about what is the most optimal way to live as a human, more or less than like political and ethical beliefs or pride in a lot of cases.
Yeah, the ethical aspect is actually pretty big for me too, but because
but there's so many holes in the ethical aspect of it, you know, like the human or the animal cruelty, or the what's the word that's used a lot, like the like basically using the animal. I can't think of the word that you're
exploiting.
Yeah, you're exploiting the animal for your own personal gain. You know, there's just, to me, there's just a lot of holes in the ethical aspect of it, and not to offend anybody, it's just, that's just my personal opinion.
Tony, are you eating more plant-based because of like health reasons or ethical reasons? What is it? We would love to know. Or like those of you who are vegan, raise your hands in the comments, and we would love to know if you are like us. We are 100% plant-based full time, or you just want to incorporate more plant-based foods.
Yeah. So
just kind of like layer it like this. Not
yeah,
too
that
thick.
makes sense. There's definitely a lot of studies
Just like this.
suggesting that plant-based diets do reduce inflammation in the body a lot, and that could definitely help with that arthritis.
Vegan for most of my life. I'm almost. Whoa,
Wow.
nice, Amy.
Yeah,
That's really cool, Amy.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You guys have been way plant-based way longer than us.
Right. Yeah, no, I love to hear people have been like X for their whole life and they
Yeah.
completely deny like all of the like false claims that, you know, veganism can do this to you, veganism can do that to you. And likewise on the other side, you know, there's a I say you know, carnivore diet is not good on the kidneys, but there's people that have been carnivore diet before carnivore diet was even a thing, and
they're thriving.
They're thriving in it. Yeah, so that's why like you
And
can
maybe
only
just
come to
depends
you
on-
can only come to the conclusion that it's genetics, and through trial and error you have to find out what works
Probably could do one
for
more
you.
pan.
Ultimately is what it boils down to,
Get another
because
pan with the lid.
it really is personal. Each individual, we're really so uniquely different in every single aspect, and it's kind of hard to put everybody in just this general cookie cutter box, even though you in a sense you can, you know, because a lot of individuals are going to have the same effect for the most part,
Because we are alike in a way.
Right? But each individual's biological makeup is just
a little different. Like you and I are different.
Right.
I could eat anything. And
Literally anything.
I'm like a garbage disposal, and it doesn't really like give me any stomach aches, nothing. I could just eat.
No effects.
Yeah, but whereas Trey, he's very, very sensitive, and any small little change in anything could affect him. So, yeah. This, we're gonna go over to the
Right. Yeah, I agree, Amy. And you know, for me, I look at it from a biblical perspective, and in the beginning, you know, we were
help me out here.
We were
Just top it with a
designed
little bit
rather
more, and then just spread it out.
It doesn't really matter which way you look at it. We were designed to eat the fruits and herbs were supposed to be meat for us
in the very beginning.
In the very beginning, right? And so even if, you know, it's like man fell and the system became flawed, and that isn't how it is.
Grace, did you find another one?
It just all boils down to, well, that's how we were designed to eat. And if you say, well, I don't believe in that, we evolved from primates into what we are. Well, even if you look at the way that primates eat, majority of them they follow that like
hot,
kind of like blue zone type of eating, or majority of their diet is all plant and fruit based. Yeah, some of them are omnivores, but the amount of meat that they eat is so unbelievably limited. So it just, to me, it just screams, if you look at nature, that we're designed to eat more plant-based whole food, no matter which way you look at it. Yeah, we're definitely not. I don't really subscribe to the whole like carnivore.
Yeah,
we're definitely not no carnivores. That's for sure.
Let me just show you really quick. This is the pasta bake. We layered. I don't know if you saw.
Go up and see it.
Huh?
Go up closer.
We just layered the pasta with our ricotta and our tomato sauce, and now it's just ready to bake. Really, I'm gonna crisp it up a little bit. We're gonna bake it at 400 degrees. It already smells so good in here, and then we're just going to.
Yeah, that tomato sauce. That tomato sauce looks really good.
Yeah.
Someone said the pasta, Tony, Mr. Tony,
Miss
Tony said the pasta bake looks good.
Okay, come on. Tofu, onions, garlic, spinach. Very, very easy. Apple cider vinegar.
Said, looks yummy. I may have to get myself together and do more vegan cooking. I am vegan, but do too many
shortcuts.
Right. Oh yeah, that is it is difficult because we are in a world of convenience.
Right.
You know, there's always a ton of, but honestly, if you've watched us cook, it's not that much,
Yeah.
that extra,
That much extra.
that much extra work. You know, like for instance, you could definitely buy vegan ricotta, but what's it actually made of? You know, you never know. But for us, we just use tofu. It is a little processed, but it is still better than I think a store-bought ricotta
Right.
or like a store-bought processed cheese,
Right.
you know?
Because it's just one ingredient plus
Yeah.
what you put in it.
Yeah.
Whereas the processed one, there's going to be, because they have to
Make it look like cheese and like
have a certain texture and lastability.
Yeah.
And
so yeah, it's really not too much work. And then how many people is in your household? Because for us, we have to make extra because we are a larger family. And if you have a smaller family, it's worth the work because it's going to be beneficial to your health in the long run anyway.
right.
Yeah.
AD,
You know,
you said, when can I come over?
anytime. We've got plenty of food.
Huh. Always.
We're getting our lives together too, so we can
Right.
have people over.
Right. Yeah, no, we're all getting our lives together in one
We're not perfect.
one shape or another.
Yep.
I mean,
Someone said, Patty from California, vegan for health and
I'll eat it all for you, Mom.
ethical reason.
ethical reasons. Yep.
Nobody
That's
else
cool,
is eating
Patty.
it.
What part of Cali are you from? I grew up in California.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first half of my life.
Miss AD did 3 hearts.
I grew up in
Can you help me, please?
Orange County,
Pasta,
Anaheim,
sauce, and then we're done.
Fullerton, Brea Linda area.
Where's my time? Did I put my time over here somewhere, babe?
Need time?
Yeah. Well, where is it?
Yeah, Mom, you don't see time.
Time, got it.
Because you didn't put your time anywhere.
Time, got it. Oh, I think it's in here. Perfect. Isaiah, you need to go into the shower, sir. Is that all? Okay. Sauce, cream.
Pam says she's gonna resume making cashew cheese next week. She's excited.
Ooh, have you done cashew cheese before? Do you do a full cashew cheese, meaning like you ferment it and then you make it into like a sliceable version? Because we've never done that, but we've done
Oh, you
mac
can do
and
that.
cheese. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like the Miyoko brand.
Wow.
The lady, she does that.
Hey, we should try that. That'd be cool.
Yeah. But it's fermented, so I'm just like, we haven't started that.
Right. No, I should definitely like hop on that. Maybe that should start the 1 video a week series.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because we were planning on also doing the sourdough.
Right.
It's just time. And then sourdough is definitely a commitment because, you know,
Yeah,
you have to
gotta
feed
keep
it and all that.
Right.
And I don't know. We'll see if I mean, I know it's good for you, but it's just a commitment. We have committed to a lot of things.
Oh, so she's doing the fermenting of it.
That's
making
cool.
Actual cheese. Wow, that's really
How long
cool.
does it take?
I didn't know you can do that.
Yeah, that's how the Miyoko brand does it. And there's also other brands that do it too.
Huh.
Plant-based cheeses. I've heard that Miyoko no longer is part of her Miyoko brand, babe.
Is no longer what?
In her, so Miyoko is that lady that showed us how to make the yogurt.
Yeah.
So she started, of course, the Miyoko.
Oh yeah, and got I think she got in trouble for something.
Oh really?
Yeah, or something. There was something on the internet about her. I remember.
Oh,
yeah,
I
something
see.
happened with her brand.
Got it.
That's what you're going.
Yeah, so she's not part of that. She's just no longer even part of her company anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, something happened. Yeah.
Is that all?
I remember reading or seeing something about it.
All right, we're gonna put this in the oven. Second pan
Cashew with agar and tapioca starch. That's beautiful and shreds. Oh wow. The one.
I have seen the cashew cheese made of that tapioca starch. That's the only thing though, like all these starches I also didn't want to use. That's why
But the
I'm like,
agar, that's what I use for the mushroom culture.
what about the
We
tapioca
have a
starch?
bunch of, and I have organic.
Oh, and that's
I have organic good agar.
I've seen people use the cashew cheese to make mozzarella too.
Hmm.
But again, with the tapioca starch, you know, we want to limit ourselves with like all those ingredients.
I mean,
think.
agar is pretty. It's just an algae.
Okay. What about
Yeah.
tapioca starch?
I don't know what tapioca starch
There's
is.
also
but
different starches like potato starch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we were waiting on too, Amy, was winter to start fermenting. And I think we're just right around the corner for our winter to start, even though it's just beginning fall.
Thank you very much. Are you walking up? No,
She
no.
said that she eats it before she even can make it.
Right?
Laugh out loud.
I wouldn't blame you. I love cheese. I used to be a very heavy cheese eater.
Me too.
Like, we used to buy a ton of Trader Joe's cheeses. I grew up with a mom that loves cheese and she loves dairy. She could probably drink a whole gallon of milk herself in like 2-3 days. She loves milk and she loves cheese. And of course, I'm her only daughter. I'm gonna eat what she eats. So we had lots of ice cream and brie. We love brie. We love French cheeses. Oh, the stinkier the better. And so
My favorite.
going plant-based, it really like I really had to give that up. And I do miss it sometimes.
Blue cheese is my favorite out of all any cheese
But-
in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, cheese is one of those things. So I actually learned, like, I think it's the casein that's in the cheese. There's like something in the cheese. It's literally addicting. That's why like everybody is so addicted to cheese. There's something in it that I think they even like compared it to heroin. The addiction
Wow,
level
really?
of it. Yeah, the addiction level of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember learning something about it, but it's essentially cheese is addicting. It's like literally addicting. So once you kick that addiction, you shouldn't really crave it or want it as much as you used
Yes.
to. It might always be there. Like, so I used to be a smoker. I used to smoke cigarettes when I was younger. And I mean, even, I wouldn't say anymore, but there was an extremely long period of time in my life where I still just had this craving for a cigarette.
Really?
Yeah, after like certain things, like
Crazy.
certain things would trigger it.
Like what?
I don't know, like
Like eating and stuff?
getting up like early in the morning.
Really?
I don't know why that.
Wow,
Or
that's
like
interesting.
eating certain greasy foods or after certain meals.
Really?
Yeah, there's just like certain little
so
things that would
interesting.
trigger it where I still wanted to have a cigarette.
Wow.
Yeah, and just like it's so.
Then you were a true smoker because for me, when I kicked it, it's like, it's not too bad.
It was just gone.
I would see people and I would be like, you know, I kind of want to, but not really. It's really for like, yeah, I've never had that trigger ever.
You smoked before?
Yeah.
Yeah, before you were born.
Yep. And then because of you, we quit. Our oldest was just asking if I smoked. But yeah, the answer is yes.
At one point.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then once we got pregnant with him, yeah, we kicked it, and we just went cold turkey. So Amy says, Rosa, then do a bit of these cheeses with tapioca and agar and different flavors. You will love it. Tapioca is just powder from the starch extracted from the cassava plant.
Oh.
Oh. So I guess I could use it.
Know that,
Yeah.
Mama. You told me in the car one time that you
No, I didn't know there was no cassava.
told me it was just
The
a
cassava
flour.
root.
So did you read this?
What?
Sheena said some vegans adhere to the 80-20 rule as it pertains to eating processed foods, 80% whole foods and 20% processed, if they must ingest a processed.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's 11.
Yeah, once this is all done, we're about to leave.
Yeah.
Where's my
So I thought you said you only wanted to do a live for an hour.
I know, we just got to talking. I was just gonna do an hour live today, but you know, you guys are fun. It's always cool to just hang out with you guys. And we appreciate you taking the time to come and hang out with us.
Cashew cheese recipe. Soak cashews mixed with nutritional yeast, lemon juice, and spring onions.
Oh, spring onions.
Mine is really basic. I hope to elevate it in the future. That's Miss Paula, both of them were Miss Paula.
Can you how
Pamela.
You put only one glove?
One only.
Ow.
We don't have any more because this needs to be saved for tomorrow. We need lime, please, babe. So I'm gonna make a really quick.
Two there?
There's 3 total. No, you cannot.
4.
1 is enough. You'll be all right.
Well, because I kind of wanted some more. That's why.
All right,
Yeah,
fine.
Mama.
I'll give you one more. So I'm making a really quick, creamy hemp sauce. This is filled with lots of amino acids in our hemp seeds. This is just raw hemp seeds. And then we are going to add some lime juice. We have some garlic in here, some salt, of course, seasonings.
There's no more lime.
It's in
there's
that
a half a lime
bag.
here.
There should be a bag right there, right under the tomatoes. Right there.
Right.
In the middle. Right, yep.
Oh yeah, there it is.
AG says, love this so much. Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
There's also squishy.
Are they also squishy?
Someone also said, I'm enjoying the live chat. Thank you.
Who said that?
Uh,
Yeah, really, it's just getting to know you guys. In like, if you have questions, you can always ask us. It's a little bit different than doing a video because we chat in the comments, but not really live like this. And I think it's nicer this way. It's more intimate. We're not always perfect. You could see.
Miss AG said one, and
So your food is almost done. Oh wow, I missed a lot. Terry, I am enjoying this live chat. Terry, we would love to know, are you a subscriber of ours? Do you watch our videos? Are you vegan? Are you plant-based? Are you whole food? What are you? Let us know. What do you eat? Pamela, are you vegan also? Are you like full-time vegan? Have you always been vegan?
Full-time vegan, huh?
I mean,
You be what, part-time vegan?
right. I mean,
I guess you could be a part-time vegan.
Well, because Linda says
I'm just a part-time vegan. I do it on the weekends only. Like I'm working into this
but
thing.
Technically, you're not vegan, right?
Yeah, so I'm a part-time vegan.
Because she's like, do you guys ever take breaks or like have a cheat day?
Yeah, right.
So maybe it is a thing.
Maybe it is a thing.
Vegan at 4 and
Hilarious.
vegan at
Wow.
Wow. Dang, at 4.
At 4? So were your parents vegan and that's how you started? Or vegetarian? Wait, she said I became vegetarian at 4.
Oh, vegetarian 4. And yeah, lately, to be honest, we've been like really craving eggs. Both of us have really just been craving eggs. I don't know what has happened. But yeah, we were thinking like, well, maybe we work in some eggs into this thing.
And honestly, so eggs, technically, they're not babies yet, right? So if you really think about it.
Well, if you got a rooster, then more than likely they're going to be fertilized. And so they are.
If you have a rooster.
But as long as you don't have the rooster, then it's just an unfertilized egg. And then it's technically not.
Right.
There's not an ethical part to that.
Oh, if I was a
Renegade.
Isaiah, I'm
It's
not
a
going to tell
renegade.
you anymore. Excuse me,
Wouldn't
guys.
change my vegan journey for anything.
You're not gonna
My
about you're
parents were
you're
like,
you're not gonna
"What
come
do you
if
mean
you
you're
don't.
not going to eat any
You
meat,
need to go
right?"
potty. Really, shower.
Thankfully, my
Okay,
childhood doctor
you have 5
convinced my
minutes.
mom
Otherwise,
that
you're
I'd
not
be
coming.
okay eating veggies.
5 minutes. I'm just saying. Let me just point out, this was a gift from one of our viewers.
Oh wow, that's very interesting,
sorry.
Tony. So Tony said, I heard of the term social carnivore, people who will eat plant-based at home but will eat meat during
That's
dinners
like
going out.
social cigarette smoker.
Right, or social drinkers. Like
I
some
get
people are
it,
just
but-
like social drinkers, they won't drink at all, but if they go out,
Yeah,
you know.
I get it.
Yeah, no, I mean, because it's like, I know for a fact, a little bit of meat throughout your
And
life.
fish.
And fish, yeah, it's not, like I said, I've read, countless of testimonies of people healing from like some of the worst things possible that consumed a little bit of meat during the process. So it really boils down to like the quality of the food that you're putting into your body.
Because America, let me
And-
just tell you,
and-
America
and-
meat is not good.
Right.
It's just not. You can ask anybody who's traveled.
Okay, so here's the thing. You can't say American meat is not good. It's the factory farms, the feedlots meat that is not good.
But that's like majority
if you
of
have meat that is raised
from a
holistically, right, that's truly pasture raised, you can get some really good quality meat in America. Some of the best meat even.
It's definitely interesting. Oops, sorry. To hear when people travel and they all say like whatever they eat is totally different than what they ate in other countries.
Because they're more than likely comparing it to the farm lot meat.
Right.
There's not a lot, and I wouldn't say not a lot, but it's a new movement to be eating grass-fed.
Oof, did you see that?
Grass-fed meats, right? This is a relatively new movement. So
but it's so weird because it should be like a normal thing, right?
It should be a completely normal thing.
Which is so crazy.
Right.
I want to just talk about this really quick.
Oh, okay.
This was a gift from one of our viewers. This is a hand, what is it called? A hand blender, and it is cordless. It's truly been such a gift for this kitchen and our family. It blends everything so fast. So I just want to really thank you to you know who you are. So thank you so much for this gift because it's so nice. It's so nice. I'm in love. So if you don't have a hand blender, invest in this one. This one is called it's the KitchenAid brand, and then it's got like a battery here. You could just take out like a drill, and then it's so good. So I just really want to thank you. That's all. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Terry said I'm a subscriber.
Oh, okay.
I tried to eat more
Nice, Terry.
vegan and vegetarian meals, but I still eat some meat.
Okay. Are you planning to go full time? I keep saying full time, but are you planning to go fully vegan, Terry? What is it?
Amy's story said she went on food strikes. Parents said, all right, you're going to die eating rice and beans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, nah, a lot of people don't, and
that's a lot of old timers, I think.
Yeah, not only old timers, just we know what we know, right? And you're told something and you believe something, and that's just the way that something is, and you only know what you know. There's and as we advance in technology and knowledge, like we just learn more and more, and that's why I say like food, unless it's for ethical reasons.
First.
10 years from now, 20 years from now, I mean, who knows what type of diet will we find out that's actually the most optimal way to eat. I mean, maybe people like Yaki and Dr. Morris are right in that we are frugivores and that we shouldn't be eating as much vegetables as we eat currently, because that could very well happen. I mean, if we're talking about like the cleanest and purest
Form of food.
and it's almost like it's literally just a gift given to us. There's no defense. I mean, other than like unripe food that's really high, unripe fruit that's really high in nitrogen. Yeah, fruit. It makes sense that it's what we should be consuming.
Didn't you say something about how we should actually be eating vegetables, or what was it? You said we shouldn't be fruitarians. I remember you said
Yeah, who
something.
knows? We're probably going on some tangent.
But I would just remember, like, you were saying you believe that we should not be just fruitarians and we should actually be eating vegetables as well.
Well, I guess it all depends, because so like if you don't have
Okay, you're not going.
if
Nope.
you don't have an issue with any type of fungus, like any type of fungal overgrowth going on inside of you, then yeah, I mean you absolutely could. But if anybody has like any type of fungal overgrowth inside going on inside them, then you're gonna have an extreme problem eating fruit and a high amount of it.
Someone said, sad face about posting once a week. You and your family brighten my day, but I understand you have to do what you need to do. Thanks for all your posting.
Yeah, it'd just be for a short period of time. You know, my health issues, my health journey, it racked up quite a bit in medical fees and bills. So we're just trying to power through all of that and just make this thing an entire, memory of the past.
Yeah.
Because there's still just, trace things lingering around, like the debt that just need to get removed. So we're both just working a lot right now to try to get through that. And as much as she loves posting the videos, it would definitely help out to cut back to just a little bit less per week and focus on some of this right now. And it's just for a short period of time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pamela, my parents were from the deep south and couldn't fathom not eating meat. Add to that the fact that I was 4 and I see why they pushed back initially. I'm just glad they accepted my choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really cool.
That is
supportive
really cool.
parents.
Yeah.
Sheena, if I can post, I will definitely post more. But yeah, we have a plan.
Yeah.
And we're gonna stick to it.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try to just get through it, and then once we're done, and then we can then post some more.
Yeah.
Of course.
I like. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, doing these lives are actually, we'll probably do a few more extra lives because it's just Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning. We just come and hang out with you guys. Yeah. So, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Stacy, I like that 80-20. I think it's a good balance. You kind of get the best of both worlds. You allow your body to, really process the meat, opposed to burdening it with just a ton of it. Yeah, like I said, we've thought about eggs.
Yeah, very recently we have a lot.
Yeah, very recently. I don't know what happened, but we both just started like salivating over eggs for some reason.
Because you guys said we should go vegetarian because no animal on this earth except us is vegan. Nothing
Oh
else.
yeah.
Right,
So we were at a farmer's market and we were
we're just
thinking
talking about like
what animals are actually vegan.
right,
All the ruminant animals you said.
right. Yeah, that's what it
Go get ready.
was. Yeah,
Go.
we were having a just one a typical
You
just
need to go get ready.
random talk.
We're about to leave.
I always like
The living room, Emmanuel.
I guess spark thought, intriguing conversations just to have conversation more than anything. But yeah, I asked the question like, what animal is actually a vegan?
Yep.
And so I think what did we come to the conclusion? It was like giraffes, elephants.
Yeah.
Are they all vegan?
Elephants aren't.
It wasn't elephants either, huh? So
it was horses.
No, it wasn't even horses. Horses eat some meat also.
Sheep and goats.
Sometimes.
Right?
Yeah, horses eat meat sometime.
I can't believe, what do they eat?
I have no clue.
Yeah, we Googled this, and apparently horses eat animals.
Meat sometime.
That's
yeah.
weird. I've never seen a horse eat, but we only seen domesticated ones, and we don't feed them animals. So like wild animals, what do they actually eat?
Right.
Go. We have like 5 minutes. We're about to leave.
So it came down to like, I know for sure what, and I can't even say I know for sure, but ruminant, so sheep, goats, cows,
It was right
I
here.
guess giraffe.
Go ask your brother.
They are true vegans.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't eat.
So Amy was saying the cholesterol in eggs, but actually cholesterol is actually good for your brain.
Yeah, the cholesterol in the eggs is actually good for your brain.
Amy said I accidentally saw a horse eat a chicken.
Wow.
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 A chickie. Oh, snap. Dang, horses are ruthless.
Yeah, no.
Come on, Grace. Let's go.
I mean, I don't know. I tend to look at things like at the microscopic biological level. I can't help it. It's just how I am. And if you like really break it down, like what is it ultimately? If you take the ethical aspect of it, and I don't mean to be so like harsh and crude, because trust me, I love the baby animals so much. You guys have no clue. There's nothing like watching a newborn, lamb or sheep, or lamb or goat find their new legs. I mean, it's the most adorable, cutest thing in the world. And if like you could slaughter something like that, I mean, you really have to be almost soulless. I feel like, or just like completely numb to the aspect of this little creature, just so full of life. I mean, it's so that trust me, I understand the ethical portion of it, but if you like really break it down, I mean, it's just proteins, minerals, and vitamins. And so, when it comes down to it, that's really what we as a species, as all species need. It's just amino acids, minerals, and vitamins.
Check this out. Pasta is ready. Can you see that? We actually broiled it for about 5 minutes so it gets nice.
Yeah, no,
crispy.
that looks really good.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks so good.
I'm gonna move the laptop really quick. Actually, can you just grab the laptop?
Dr. Essen's book about the cholesterol, and then
Hold that. I'm gonna put the pasta in the front.
Also, the Chinese study book, please. Okay. And so, what this is, Amy? This is in terms of eggs. Or is that in terms of cholesterol in general? Because I mean,
how are we supposed to take this hot pan?
That's why it's cooling. You need to go and get ready. I'm not telling you again and again.
Cholesterol is definitely needed. I mean, the liver produces cholesterol.
When doctor says eggs or live is healthy,
it's not. Yeah, no, I agree. I I agree and I disagree with it. Um, you know, I listen a lot to
Oh, olive oil, she said, is not healthy.
not healthy. Yeah, cholesterol. Well, because so
Let me
the body
check that.
the body produces cholesterol. So cholesterol, the liver actually produces cholesterol also. Um, and you actually you need, I don't want to say cholesterol, but I think it's like cholesterol is converted into vitamin D. So essentially, vitamin D is like a form of cholesterol.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But we also get it through just like if we were to eat truly how we should be eating, like you're gonna get it through, you know, your avocados, nuts, um, certain seeds that we should eat, certain seeds we shouldn't. And that's where I say like there's just so much. I don't know. I know there's all these studies and there's all these things, but I mean I've seen really really healthy people that
Yeah, like the
have
Mediterranean.
have lived extremely long lives
Right.
and eat animal product at a low amount.
Right.
Right. I'm not saying a high amount in any shape or form.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. There's so much out there. I definitely want to check out that book though. Yeah, like olives, coconut, yeah, and nuts. Right.
Stacy, if you could see this in real life.
Huh.
I mean, it is in real life.
Right.
If you could see this in person, it's good. It's gonna be really good for lunch.
Yeah, so what's this? What was that book called?
Doctor something, go up a little bit. After this. Dr. Esselstein.
Esselstein's book.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
In Africa, they eat the most unhealthy stuff in the entire world, but they eat this tree nut with it, and then they're one of the most healthy people on the planet.
Really?
How do you know?
I told you about it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. There's like, I don't know. There's so many anomalies like that. I mean, it's like the Maasai people. The Maasai's diet is primarily just meat and milk. That's majority of what their diet is comprised of. Yet they are
blood, really.
and blood,
I've
right?
seen that.
And blood.
Which is crazy.
And they are extremely healthy individuals and live extremely long. And so there's just all these anomalies. Like, you know, you have to ask yourself, well, how have they been doing this for all of their generations?
Right.
And so then that's where it comes down to genetics, genes, and, you know, quote unquote evolution. Like what you have trained your biology to eat, and that same bacteria in biology is passed down from generation to generation through birth and breastfeeding, because a lot of the microbiome is transferred through that. So maybe initially it wasn't good. Maybe initially there was a lot of die off, but just like through, you know, quote unquote natural selection and evolution, it's just but it doesn't mean that it's the most optimal and best way to eat.
Could be right.
Right? So just because it's being done doesn't mean that it's right. That age-old saying.
True.
Wow. You know that tree you see on like that ancient history and stuff? That big tree, the branches come down?
Oh no. I think I may have
Yeah,
messed up.
it would be interesting, right, Amy, to see that. Yeah, I love geeking out on stuff like this. It's just really fascinating to me.
I think I have to remake this, babe. I think I did the thing with
You
the cayenne.
Oh no.
How you know?
I'll make you zoodles really quick.
How you know?
It
Oh, you're
tastes a
very
little-
welcome, Amy.
little spicy.
I think you're absolutely right in that. Like we should be able to just
We could eat it.
talk and have discussions like this without getting offended or hurt.
That's why we do these lives.
You know, we're not in any shape or form trying to offend or hurt anybody. It's just all conversation, and
really learning also.
ultimately we're all trying to just live the best and healthiest life and loving and most meaningful life that we can live. I don't think there are really too many individuals in this world that are trying to really live out a corrupted, disgusting life. You know, don't get me wrong, I know they're out there, but you know, majority of the population around the world, you know, we all strive for the
Just leave your
same
hair.
thing.
It's fine.
You guys do this live every other Sunday?
Whenever we can. Here, go. 100%. You need to get it done.
Yeah, if I could do it over, Amy, I definitely would have gone into like biology, human biology.
Right. He really wants to be a doctor.
Yeah, and not so much a doctor. I just really have found a passion for
Helping people.
the body and helping people. And I just think it just aligns with the medical field. Unfortunately, you know, I know it's not too late. I could always make a change in my career. But it's, you know, it's extremely difficult right now.
Especially with the time and learning and stuff.
Right, with time, which I don't have, you know, raising 5 kids and having a wife and, you know, already having an extremely time-intensive career. IT, the field that I'm in particular, you're constantly learning and keeping up with the time, so it makes it hard to learn anything else outside of that. But you know, maybe one day I'll make the jump.
The little one wants to be a doctor.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Isaiah wants to be a doctor. So we're going to definitely hone in on that and continue to push him towards that direction. It's important. Important to, because we're homeschool, we can do that. We have the privilege of
right.
Pointing them in the right direction.
And trying to, you know, more than anything, help them to stay focused on the choice that they make. You know, I know it's always, there's a lot of things that we wanted as children. I mean,
Sure.
I really used to, my initial first job, the career that I always wanted to do was to be an architect.
That would have been cool.
Yeah,
cool
that was my very initial, like I always wanted to be an architect. I had no even recollection or even thought of being a doctor or anything of the sort.
I think really also your health pointed you in the direction of helping people and being, because look what happened to you. We went to get checked up. Everything was okay. when it wasn't, and you just through that journey you wanted to change that.
Yeah, that'd be cool, Amy.
What?
So Amy said, if you don't mind, I would love to do a video interview
Oh, that's
interviewing
cool.
each of you and the kids, asking how you feel about eating the way, eating this way.
That would be
What
really
are their
cool.
favorite foods? How they think ethically.
Yeah, that's a really interesting video.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do one too like that. But yeah, if you would like to, that would be really fun, because that is a cool topic too, because we can only guide the kids, but if are their hearts truly in it as well. Yeah.
Right.
Rinse that off.
Yeah, and they've made comments themselves like meat.
Like, let's just ask.
Meat doesn't.
Emmanuel's right here. Come here, Emmanuel.
Well, just wait.
Okay.
It would be a good. I think it'd be a good interview, like
Okay.
just to keep it like, completely untethered.
Okay. Yeah. So who was that wanted to do it? Amy?
Amy, yeah.
Maybe
Amy
if she could just write us so we could discuss the time or like when to do it. You could always just email us. We have all of the links in our description in the videos.
Yeah, that's really what sparked me, Stacy, as well, is just everything that I was learning, and then just looking back at my life. I've always been really intrigued with nature. As I got a little bit older, I actually wanted to be a marine biologist. So I've always had a thing with nature and biology. I guess I really was a product of my environment, and yeah, I guess it really didn't allow me to hone in on my true nature and true instincts. And I wonder if I grew up in the country, would it have altered my perspective on what I wanted to be, or led me more in the direction that I should have been initially. Like
holistic and health?
Holistic, yeah.
But without your health issue, I don't think, right? Like, that's just what really...
But that's what I'm saying. I wonder if, living in the country would have altered that. So because I grew up a typical city boy, with the typical standard American diet, just a standard American life.
Right.
Because for the most part, when you grow up in the country, it's different.
Yeah.
Even if you are just because there are country people that live the standard American life. I mean, we see it every day here.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
But we also see the other side of it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of our family friends.
Right.
So
I had to make another lunch for Trey.
Yeah, she was trying to kill me, you guys.
No! Because the kids put the cayenne. You shouldn't put the cayenne in there because I always get it mixed up.
That's why you're supposed to read the label.
Right.
Thank you very much, but still.
Correct. So there was this one day she had made something, and she, instead of putting
paprika,
she put a ton of cayenne. Oh my goodness, I thought I was gonna die.
I thought you could take the heat, baby.
And then she did it again.
Read the label, Mama.
Sorry, you're here. Go.
Okay. Now this is a zoodle.
Oh, really? Amy, look at her face.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Stacy. It was nice of you to join us. Thank you so much. We're about to be done very soon here as
Yeah.
well because we need to go. But yeah, we just want to thank you guys, all of you, each and every one of you that come and hang out with us on Sunday. It really makes it really special.
Yeah.
And all of you guys that comment on our videos as well. We truly, truly appreciate you hanging out with us in the kitchen and watching and chatting with us in the comments. Without you, we wouldn't have this channel. So we're very, very grateful.
And you guys have all have a very great day.
Yeah.
Very blessed day. And
Enjoy your meal prep
Yep.
for the week. That's definitely going to help you out. We haven't done a meal prep in a while just because time. Always time.
it's always time.
Yep.
And if you have time, you don't have money.
Yeah. No money, no wait.
No
You
money,
have
no
time.
health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always health, money, time.
Yeah, it's always
Speaking of
something.
time, get yourself more thyme and eat that in your diet. I went like right away just to purchase a new thing of thyme because it's good for your immune system. So
Yeah.
get that in your system. Alrighty, everybody. We will see you on the next video. I don't know when we're gonna start our like once a week video, but
Hey, let me have some of that in my zoodle.
I already put some actually.
Some of this stuff?
But yeah, we need some more of that. But yeah, so I will definitely announce that later in the future. We thank you guys so much again. If those of you who are celebrating Feast of Tabernacles this week, hope you have a great time with your family and your friends, tabernacling in your tents. Celebrate it with a full heart because this is a truly special time of the year. Yeah, to rejoice.
Harry said, "God blesses you."
Yeah, thank you very much. Yah bless. God bless. We will talk to you later. Have a great week, guys. Bye, everybody.